The Love Talk Show on Liberty Radio.
Let's learn to love.
A very good evening to all of you, and here we are with the Love Talk Show. I would not say once again, but although many of you are already or have been already watching the Love Talk Show, we are here for our very first time. My name is Ricardo, and with me we have Andrea.
Hello everyone. It's our pleasure to be here with you, Ricardo. Let's embark in this adventure together, and we hope that you stay there to watch this program. It will be very interesting, and we have a lot of new things to share with you.
And we have a question: what makes a relationship grow cold? Regardless of your condition is, if you are married, if you are single, in your opinion, what makes a relationship grow cold? You can even post your comment on our chat and share with us what your opinion is. But before we watch the video, Andrea, we have been married for 26 years. And how have been these 26 years for you?
Ricardo, for me, it has been wonderful, of course. We have to be honest, with a lot of challenges, but also with a lot of happy moments lived together.
I would like to share with you, and my wife even gave us this idea, to share with you this picture here. Can you see this picture? Huh? Can you imagine who this couple is? Can you imagine who is here? Andrea, can you share with them?
Well, I wouldn't recognize this picture, Ricardo, would you?
Well, you have there on the left, 26 years ago. You have there on the right.
Before and after. Before, with a lot of hair, and we had like black hair, if I'm not mistaken, and no hair, and the few that you have is white, but much better now.
Much better now.
More mature, a lot of experiences to share with everyone.
Can you show us another picture, please? I think we have another one. Yeah, there you have my parents. Can you see my father there? This is can you see his belly? It's my inheritance, Andrea.
I hope not, Ricardo. I hope not.
I hope he's not listening to us at the moment. And I think he has another one. Huh? I think we have another one. Well, Andrea, we are here to share and tell everyone that even among a society that is not believing in love, they believe in passion, they believe in emotions, but they do not believe in love. More and more we have seen people not believing in love. We do believe, and we know that it's possible someone to be happy in this area of their lives.
Ricardo, more and more people, when we say that we have been married for 26 years, people say, really, how come? How did you manage to do that? And it's not impossible, and we have been talking to people, and we have been counseling people and helping people not only to reach or to have this target 26 or 30 years, no, but between them and amongst them as a couple, for them to be happy while they are married, while they are in this relationship. Because not only being married, but you have to be happy. We are married for 26 years now, but we have been happy, and we have been sharing good moments and healthy moments together. And that's what we are here to share with you also.
Well, don't forget the question, today's question: what makes a relationship grow cold? Let's watch this video and we will talk about it.
Have you ever heard of loneliness in a couple? The term can sound strange, but it is a situation that is becoming more common nowadays. Notice that there is always a couple sitting in silence at a restaurant, for example, who look like they are each in their own little world, usually with their mobile phone in hand. These types of relationships can become frustrating, trigger anxiety, cause a lack of interest, and are the perfect recipe for the desire to escape. Therein lies the danger. Some celebrities have already sought in other people what they displayed in their relationship, such as Arnold Schwarzenegger, who famously portrayed the Terminator. During couples therapy, when he was still married to Maria Shriver, he admitted that he had cheated on his wife. When she asked him if their nanny's son was his, the actor couldn't deny it. He confirmed his infidelity, and a marriage of 25 years came to an end. With this betrayal, the movie star literally terminated the future of what had been a solid and long-lasting marriage. Even Beyoncé, one of the most famous and successful women in the world, could not escape her husband's infidelity. The music icon separated from Jay-Z more than once because of the rapper's infidelity. They have been married for over 15 years. They have 3 children and remain together. But why do men and women reach the point of cheating after years of living together and companionship? Celebrities aside, you cannot ignore the signs that indicate a lack of interest in a couple. Specialists list the most noticeable ones. The lack of sexual attraction. Other people attract their partner more than they do. Plans do not include the other half. A lack of affection and harmony, and constant arguments. But how does the brain work when there is a loss of interest in long-lasting relationships? There are not enough studies about the subject. The conclusion is that the experiences that we have in long-lasting relationships bring about a hormonal change in the neurotransmitters, which in turn intensifies the lack of interest in a person. For example, loving usually means having a routine with someone, which is positive. However, with time, the levels of testosterone decrease. In other words, couples keep losing the desire to have sexual relations. According to science, it is still possible to love forever without losing interest. A study analyzed 274 couples in long-lasting relationships and discovered that 46% of women and 49% of men reported being very much in love. After being asked about the secrets of passionate love in the long term, the answer was maintaining physically affectionate behaviors such as hugs and kisses, which release oxytocin, the love hormone. The theory of researchers is that this hormone travels through the body when we hug and make love, which brings us closer to our partner and allows long-term connections to form. The results also demonstrate that seeing the positive side of a partner, as well as having shared experiences such as reading the same book or learning a new sport, also helps. Nevertheless, many people still go the wrong way. They lose interest easily and believe that jumping from one relationship to the next is the best way to find the right person.
So, in your opinion, what makes a relationship to grow cold? We have here some ideas to share with you what can really cause this in a couple's between a couple. The first slide, please, can you share with us? Nowadays, it's very easy to let other interests compete with your spouse. And it's true, Andrea. We have seen couples having problems and this coldness growing between them because of this.
Ricardo, and it came to my mind something that is common, not only amongst couples, but also amongst families, friends, that can bring this coldness. Social media. For example, when a couple goes to their room or they are about to be together, but when one of them or both, they grab their phones, and instead of having a healthy conversation and share what happened during their day, how was work, how I dealt with the situations or not, my struggles, my difficulties during that day. Instead of that, we grab our phones. People tend to grab their phones and just stay there scrolling and scrolling.
And this has to do also with our second tip. The second slide says, attention, every emptiness needs to be filled. And that's where many betrayals begin. Yes. And when you start giving so much attention to something else and not to what is really important, because sometimes you have there next to you the person that you love, the person that you choose to live with, and you are giving more attention to something that is compromising your well-being, yes, the relationship will grow cold. Another tip is grudges, or another reason, sorry. Grudges can make relationship grow cold and even cause breakups. And how many times we have seen spouses, husbands, wives, holding on grudges and bringing this in between the couple and not fixing it and allowing it to destroy the marriage.
And that's why when you go through a situation or a problem or you have an argument, you have to sort it out before next day, because it's very hard when you tend to hold on a sadness, a situation that you didn't sort out throughout the day, and you go to bed and you don't sort out before next day. It can become a grudge and it can grow, and of course this will bring coldness between a couple
And can cause a very big problem. So fix the problem, but don't keep the grudge within you. Arguments, the next reason in our opinion that causes this coldness. Arguments don't make a relationship grow cold as long as they are not left unresolved. Listen, Andrea, it's very important for us to argue, or sometimes we have different opinion about something. But the problem is not your opinion or my own opinion. The problem is not the way that you see things or the way that I see it. The problem is sometimes they allow this situation or this question mark that came up unresolved, and this, yes, can cause this wall of coldness to be built between us.
Because sometimes the arguments are not to sort things out, are to discuss. I have the reason or you have the reason, and then nothing is sorted. So that's why nothing should be left, like we were saying before, unresolved. By the end of the day, you have to sort everything out. Give him a hug, give him a kiss, and everything will be okay. Don't leave it for next day.
Yeah, you are talking about something important here. The next one says lack of attention towards your partner's needs is a factor that makes the relationship grow cold. And this couldn't be more true, because sometimes you have, as I said before, a person next to you, it's there next to you, and you are not paying attention to what this person is in need of. It's in front of your nose, you see what is going on, but sometimes you choose to ignore and not to fix this. He or she will find a way to figure out. He's strong, she's strong, she managed it, so you will find a way. And when you are not paying attention and you are not helping your spouse in solving this situation out, yes, you are allowing this coldness to grow between. Attention is an essential ingredient in every relationship, Andrea.
While you were talking, Ricardo, I was thinking that nowadays people pay to be heard. And if you are married, if you are a couple, you have each other. So I can share whatever is going on with me, with my husband, and he can share his difficult moments, his struggles with me, and we can help each other. And we don't need to pay. I don't need to pay him for him to listen to me, and he doesn't need to pay. The situation is we get involved with so many things nowadays, like we were saying, social media. Sometimes the career is the most important thing in a person's life, education, and we replace this communication. And that's why sometimes the coldness gets big or grows within the relationship.
Yeah, if there's a lack of attention, communication, if the communication starts to fade out, so this wall of silence, coldness, indifference between couples automatically is growing. And this one, in my opinion, is the most important one. When in doubt, ask your partner what pleases and what displeases them. And this is a question, Andrea, that has been so difficult to some couples, because either because of pride or because of fear or because they are insecure of what they are going to listen, they are not able just to ask. Just asking what can be done or what they should stop doing or talking, that is displeasing the spouse and causing this coldness. Asking, my dear friend, if you ask, you won't die. If you ask, you are sharing care, you are showing care, and you are showing to your partner that I'm here, I'm attentive. What can I do to help?
Technology era, Ricardo, technology time. We are living in social media, where the social media really reigns and rules, and people can ask about everything. Let me Google it. We even have a verb for that, but people cannot communicate between each other. So asking questions, Ricardo, are you pleased with me doing this? How do you prefer me to do this or that? So we have to take time to communicate, especially if you are a couple, if you are in a relationship. But Ricardo, even the singles that are now watching this program, even you need to learn how to communicate, for example, with your parents, with your siblings, before you get married. Because you think, no, when I get married, it will be different because it will be my husband or my wife. It's not different. If you don't learn how to communicate now, to establish this communication now, today, it will be very hard for you to communicate with a person 24/7.
So, in your opinion, or after these options, what makes a relationship grow cold? You had there, we shared with you what, in our opinion, some of the reasons are to make a relationship to growing cold. And start working. Maybe you identify yourself with one of these options. So start working on yourself in order to change this.
Do you have questions about love, relationships, or dilemmas of the heart? Well, you need not worry anymore. The Love Talk Show has the perfect segment for you, the Q&A. Send your questions to love@uckg.org and have them answered on the show.
We're going to be here together answering people's questions.
If you prefer to remain anonymous, please let us know and we will respect your privacy. Tune in to the Love Talk Show every Tuesday at 10:30 p.m.
The Love Talk Show. Live, learn, and love.
Let's learn the intelligent love.
Your question can be used as the topic of the program. Who knows, you just might be helping others in a similar situation. Sharing your questions can help you, as well as inspire and guide others facing their own love challenges. Your email could be the beginning of a journey of understanding and discovery. Don't leave your questions unanswered. Email love@uckg.org now and take part in the Q&A segment on The Love Talk Show. The Love Talk Show, helping you to love intelligently. We all know that infidelity causes pain and can bring many dreams to an end. Acts of betrayal generate a cauldron of harmful feelings such as anxiety, anguish, anger, and jealousy. These can transform the life of a couple forever, as nothing may never be the same again. There is potentially a huge negative impact on the mental health of the person who experiences betrayal. Studies indicate that infidelity can cause a victim to experience symptoms very similar to those of PTSD. It is the same as what happens to someone who has suffered a violent assault or a serious car accident, for example. Infidelity affects the brains of men and women differently. Women are more sensitive to emotional infidelity, whilst men give more importance to infidelity of a physical and sexual nature. When confronted with unfaithful behavior, areas of the brain related to emotions and social cognition tend to be activated, including the amygdala. This is the essential structure of emotional response and acts like a conductor in an orchestra. It regulates impulses and the expression of emotions. It is intensely activated by fear. The insular cortex is a lobe that is activated when one is hurt by infidelity and whenever we feel jealous. This area of the brain is responsible for processing the subjective and emotional effects of pain. The superior temporal sulcus is another important region of the brain that is activated by our emotional state. Jealousy can be a consequence of perceived betrayal, so this area is activated every time we evaluate the trust and intentions of another person. Furthermore, the visual cortex, the area of the brain that processes visual information, is in the occipital lobe. This area is strongly activated in both men and women when they actively imagine their partner being unfaithful. It is as if they were personally witnessing the scene unfold. Overcoming betrayal can be a long and challenging process, and in many cases, an impossibility. Therefore, to prevent this, the couple needs to build a relationship based on trust, honest dialogue, transparency, and companionship.
And in order for you to have the tools that you need to change this situation around, sometimes be willing to or desiring to have it, it's not enough. Andrea, we see people that they have sometimes the willingness to change. They desire to see their love life being better, their marriage to be better, but it's not enough for people to desire. They need to take a step of faith. And that's why we have every Thursday, and this coming Thursday won't be different. We are having this special meeting called the Love Therapy, where you are going to learn more how to work on yourself and to have the tools, whatever you need, in order for you to change, to improve, to, bless your relationship, to bless your life as a single, in order for this person at the end to be happy.
Yes, Ricardo. And I was thinking also that it's very important. We were talking while we were conducting this program related to counseling. And we were saying that people nowadays, they pay to be heard. And that's one thing that's very important that we have in the Love Therapy meeting that happens on Thursdays. We are here to counsel them. We have been married for 26 years now, of course, with a lot of challenges, but we are here because we have a pillar. And for you to get to know that pillar that rules our life and that helps us to be together for these 26 years, you come and join the Love Therapy meeting, because we will be here also to counsel you. And it's for free, Ricardo. The person doesn't need to pay anything. We can counsel you. Bishop and his wife will also be here, pastors, the Love Therapy team. We will all be here together and ready to counsel you and to help you in whatever you need related to your relationship. And even if you are a single and if you have doubts, you can let us know, because we will be here for you.
So this coming Thursday, 8 p.m., it's time for you to take a decision. It's time for you to do whatever you can do, because sometimes there are moments in our life that we cannot rely on others. No matter how much they want to help us, no matter how much I want to help you, if you don't do what you must do, it won't be enough for you to receive the transformation of your life. So it's time for you to invest in this intelligent love, for you to be happy with yourself, and also for you to be happy in your marriage, in your relationship. We are going to finish our program. Tomorrow we are going to be back with another Love Talk show. And Andrea, I say bye to those who are watching us, but not to you.
Not to you. See you now and until the end of the day and forever, of course.
God bless you all. See you tomorrow.